Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of WWE Aftershock Extra. I'm Owen the Birdman Finch, and I'm flying solo this time because no one else was available to do this today, and I figured this is kind of an important show. I wanted to get my predictions out there for WWE Wrestlepalooza. Is it Wrestlepalooza or Wrestlin' No, Wrestlepalooza. It's going to say it in the title anyways. Um, so I figured I'll just do this solo. It's not going to take that long, so that's why it's not really going to be edited or anything like that, because the show airs today, and I figured I want this to go out at least somewhat before the show happens, because last time I did SummerSlam predictions, it literally went out like right when SummerSlam, the actual show itself, started. So this is a big show for WWE. The first main PLE to air on ESPN Plus. I'm hoping I get the show. I had to sign up for ESPN Plus last night. I was thinking I could do it without paying for it, but that didn't end up being the case. And I'm not sure if I get it or not, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. I won't really know until like 3 o'clock, so I'm hoping I get it. Mainly 5, because that's when the countdown show starts, but we'll see what happens. I'm really worried I don't get it, and I can't watch the show, so it's kind of making me a little bit wondering if I want to, be excited for it. At the moment I am. I'm going to be optimistic. But yeah, let's just talk about this show. I really looking forward to it if I can watch it. I feel like they're going to pull out all the stops since it's the first show on ESPN Plus. I think they're going to make this like one of the big shows of the year. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm going to start with the match that started Wrestlepalooza, and that's John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I was kind of questioning why this is kicking it off, but it does make a lot of sense considering the fact that it's WWE's first major PLE on ESPN Plus, and the fact that, they really want to kick it off with a bang, and doing John Cena versus Brock Lesnar makes a lot of sense. And, obviously these are guys that have history, going back to their OVW days, when they were both the graduating classes from that. And then obviously they had a few matches in 02 and 03. That was John Cena's first big main event title match, was at Backlash 03. And then obviously when Brock left, Cena became the face of the company. And then when Brock Lesnar came back, they had that match at Extreme Rules. And then they had the SummerSlam match, which is pretty infamous in both men's careers. It's what kicked off Suplex City. And they haven't really wrestled one-on-one since Night of Champions 2014. So this will be very interesting. This is really tough to say who wins, because Brock Lesnar, just came back. But it's also John Cena's retirement tour. I could see them wanting to have him win, to kind of beat Brock Lesnar, because he's beaten Brock before, but he hasn't really conquered Brock. So this could be a very interesting match. And I don't know what else Brock Lesnar's really going to do from this point, considering the fact that, who knows how long he'll be around for and everything like that. So, if I had to throw a prediction out there, I'm going to say Brock Lesnar wins. I think Brock Lesnar's going to be around a lot. John Cena's retiring at the end of the year. I think he only has like 4 dates left. So I could see Brock Lesnar not squashing John Cena like SummerSlam 2014 style, but I could see Brock Lesnar winning to make him look really strong. I think he's very interesting right now, and it's his first match back. I see Brock Lesnar winning this. I could be wrong. Something could very well happen, but I see Brock Lesnar winning, and then we won't see John Cena until, I think the Boston show is when he's in, well, I guess he's announced for Australia. So we won't see John Cena until that point. Maybe like someone will get cocky like Dominic Mysterio and challenge John Cena to a match there. But I'm not really sure, but I'm going to go with my gut and say Brock Lesnar wins. Then we have a tag match. It's the Usos versus the Blonde Bonds, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. This is very interesting. The Usos reunited a few weeks ago when Jimmy saved Jay from being taken out by the Blonde Bonds. And then It's looking like it was going to be a happy reunion, but it's been anything but that. They haven't been on the same page. Jay's been kind of, um, you know, very dismissive about the whole LA Knight situation. He's kind of just been thinking for himself, and they've had a lot of disagreements. Um, and the Blonde have been booked pretty strong. They took out Roman Reigns. So as for I think who wins this, I'm going to say the Blondes win. I think there's going to be some miscommunication with the Usos and maybe LA Knight when he shows up. I think it's going to cause somehow the Usos to lose. And I think the Blondes will win this match. And then maybe Jay goes heel, like everybody kind of wants. I don't know if I want that or not. I kind of think he's over enough, but maybe that would make it all the better. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to say the Blondes win. And then we have a match for the vacant Women's World Championship. It's Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. Really looking forward to this match. They've had a couple killer matches. One the night after WrestleMania, and then I think it was like right before Evolution or SummerSlam or something like that. They had another one, but they haven't had a clear winner yet. So this is going to be the first proper one-on-one match that looked like it's going to have a winner. Obviously, they had to vacate the belt because Naomi got pregnant, and these were the two women that were supposed to have title opportunities against her. Io Sky because she had a rematch, and then Stephanie Vaquer because she won the Evolution Battle Royal. And this is really a toss-up who could win this. They could just give it to Io Sky because obviously it's a reliable name and she could put on really killer matches. But it would do a lot for Stephanie Vaquer to win this match. It would be a huge notch on the belt and a huge victory for her. And I'm going to go with that. I actually think they're going to shock us and have Stephanie Vaquer win this match. And I think they're going to really strap the rocket to Stephanie Vaquer. I think they could do something where maybe the Kabuki Warriors show up and they try to help her, but Io Sky doesn't want the help, and Stephanie Vaquer takes advantage of that and wins. Or Stephanie Vaquer could just win clean, which is what I would do. But I think Stephanie Vaquer wins this. I really think they should strap the rocket to her, really send her on the fast track now that they don't have Naomi. And they really need someone to kind of challenge Rhea Ripley in terms of a big stage. I know the next show is in Australia, so they could do something, so Rhea Ripley could challenge for the belt there. And I know they probably want to go safe and have Rhea Ripley face Io Sky, because that's still a storyline they haven't really wrapped up yet. But I'm gonna go the opposite. I think Stephanie Vaquer is gonna win. I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but I'm gonna go with my gut on that one. And then we have the mixed tag team match. It's CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I'm looking forward to this match. I do think the Punk-Seth feud has gone a little long. Obviously, they've added a lot of twists and turns to it, and they're really trying to drag it out. I don't even know how long until, like, maybe WrestleMania, maybe the Rumble. But they're really trying to drag this program out. And it's not a bad thing, but it kind of limits what they can do. I kind of think it's time for it to be over pretty soon, and I hope it is. I would try to end this by like Survivor Series or the Rumble, have Punk win the belt. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But bringing back AJ Lee has added new life to it. Now that she's been back in the fold and she's back full time, it's gonna be AJ Lee's first match back. Kind of tough to say how much she's going to do in this match. Maybe she won't do much in the beginning, but then a lot towards the end. But, I don't want to say that because I remember with Jelly Roll at SummerSlam, I predicted he wasn't going to do that much. He was just going to come in at the end, and he ended up basically working the whole match at SummerSlam. So because of that notion, I don't want to just assume anything. But as for I think wins this match, I think it's pretty obvious going to be CM Punk and AJ Lee. I think the Vision has had CM Punk in checkmate ever since it's been formed, and I feel like CM Punk needs to get something over on Seth Rollins, and I think this is a perfect way to do that. He doesn't even really need to get the win. It can just be AJ Lee pinning Becky Lynch, and that could set up a future Women's Intercontinental Championship match in the future. So yeah, I think CM Punk and AJ Lee win this. And kind of kicks that off. And then we have the main event, is what they said is going to main event the show. It's the WWE Championship match. It's Cody Rhodes defending against Drew McIntyre. Obviously this has been built for a little bit. Drew McIntyre rode off Cody, like the SmackDown after SummerSlam, and he's been kind of calling him out ever since. And then Cody returned, not last night, but last Friday, and then they had the contract signing. And they careers parallel each other. They were both tag team champions together, like 15 years ago around this time, which is crazy to think about because it's so forgotten about. And they both left WWE and came back. Really kind of, I really want to say Cody just wins, but now that it's main event in the show, it's the first show on ESPN Plus. I could see them shocking us and having Drew win the belt. And I think Drew kind of needs to win the belt because he's had a lot of big losses. He lost to CM Punk in their feud. He lost to Damian Priest in their feud. And he didn't get the win necessarily in the Jelly Roll match. So it would actually do a lot for Drew if he won this. And then maybe Cody can win the belt back at the Rumble. Or something like that, or like Cody can win it back at Survivor Series. I think it would get a lot of people talking if Drew won the belt, but I just don't see it happening. I think Cody just won the belt back at SummerSlam. He hasn't been around all that much, so I think Cody's just going to win the belt, or not win the belt, but retain the championship. Maybe it won't necessarily, it will be a clean win, but I think they can continue this. Drew can attack him again on SmackDown, and then they can really continue this. And do a stipulation match, a crown jewel. But yeah, I unfortunately have to go with Cody. I would love it if Drew won the title, and then they went back and had Cody just win it back at the Rumble, and then they could do Cody Randy at WrestleMania for the belt. I think that wouldn't hurt anything. And Drew would get some vindication. And he could have a title run longer than 5 minutes in front of a crowd. So, yeah, that's what I think's going to happen. Will it happen? I don't know. What I think happens is Cody wins, but that's what I want to happen. But yeah, I'm just going to repeat my picks since, I kind of talked for a bit. So I predict that Brock Lesnar will beat John Cena. I predict that the Blondes are going to beat the Usos. I predict that CM Punk and AJ Lee are going to beat Becky and Seth. I predict that Stephanie Vaquer will be the new Women's World Champion. And I predict that Cody Rhodes is going to retain the WWE Undisputed Championship. That's pretty much it, guys. As for plugs and promotion, I still haven't edited the video yet, but I'm working on it. My cousin AJ and I did the comparison video, compare and contrast video on Yellow Jackets and Red versus Blue. We're going to finally start Yellow Jackets. I don't know how far we can get into it because with my Paramount Plus subscription, we only have we don't get any of the episodes for season 3. But the first 2 episodes are on YouTube, so we're at least going to do the first 2 episodes, and then maybe if things can work out, we'll do the whole season if I can get the Paramount Plus thing figured out. If not, we'll move on to some other things. Yeah, that's kind of it there. And then obviously for this channel, I've called off the retros. I just don't see the point in doing them now. We've been trying, and Chris and I's schedules just can't match up, so I threw in the white towel. But I want to do a fantasy booking series on if The Rock was available this year for all of 2025. I have it pretty much scripted out and everything like that, so Chris and I are going to do that. And then, I was thinking if we would just do GM, have us play, and then have a computer play. And then, just kind of do some Aftershocks. I plan on recording one with them on Monday, and then releasing it Tuesday, covering Worlds Collide in Las Vegas. Worlds Collide in Las Vegas. NXT Homecoming and this very PLE, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys later.